The monk's hair was naturally as hard as steel, and even axes and knives couldn't cut it. Today was the 99th time he had tried to get a haircut. The master decided that if they still couldn't cut his hair today, they would have to ask him to leave the temple. However, after continuously trying to cut it for 49 days, not even half a strand of hair was cut off, and all the masters had to give up. The little monk thought that he had offended the Buddha statue, so he went to apologize to it. But when he knelt down to pay his respects, the Buddha statue directly turned around. He walked to the other side of the Buddha statue and continued to worship, and the Buddha statue turned its back to him again. Even the merciful Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva closed her eyes and refused to look at him. Just when the little monk was extremely confused, the temple received the news that monsters were running amok in Hangzhou City, causing countless casualties. The abbot sent him to subdue the monsters. Perhaps this was his chance to prove himself. When he arrived in Hangzhou City, the most famous master Luo in the city had already been swallowed by a toad demon. The little monk took off the Buddhist beads around his neck and gently struck the monster. The toad demon immediately became restless and rampaged through the streets. At the critical moment, two female demon hunters arrived. They thrust out their swords 3 times, and the monster fell to the ground with a thud. One of the female demon hunters jumped onto the head of the toad and pulled out its spine. The little monk watched this scene in surprise and suddenly understood why the Buddha statue had rejected him. He wasn't meant to be an ordinary monk, but was destined to be a fighting monk who subdued demons and eliminated evil.